We'll start from mechanical design and assembly design. So I suggest that you name your components with a relevant name so that you can easily recall which part is which when you are recalling from here. As you can see that whenever I am clicking in existing component, I must also click on product 1. So that will bring up the dialog box that is letting me choose which part I want. I'm gonna place this parts which I have already called correctly before I insert more components into this. I'll be using the coincidence constraint and the contact constraint over here. So this is basically the contact constraint. If two surfaces are in contact, so you can use this constraint, and after you update it, so they'll basically be in contact. You can use this everywhere. This is basically at the end you have to constrain your whole model, and this is also a very important tool in product design. This is the manipulation tool. It is very helpful for all kind of coarse and temporary movements. Basically we are product, so then we'll be inserting more components into it. But sometimes if we put too many constraints on one part, then there is a error which you will be seeing later on in this video. I'll just constrain all the parts so that there are no moving parts later, so that when I move the model it moves as a whole and there are no parts that are being displaced from its position. So in manipulation you can use this to move it along x-axis, y-axis, or you can choose an axis about which you want to translate the parts, or you can use an axis about which you can rotate the parts. So I'm now gonna actually move the part so that I can see which part I have to constrain, and I'm again going to use the coincidence constraint, and because this shaft axis and the whole axis, they both are coinciding, so I'll use that. See, this is basically why we constrain things, because once you use the manipulation and move tool, um, as soon as you update it, all the things come back where they were supposed to be. So that is why we are basically constraining all the parts. Over here uh, the pin restraining thing has gone inside, so I'll first apply uh, contact constraint, and then I will use the coincidence constraint over here. Key for the keyhole actually. See, as you can see that because I put two constraints over here, so it is giving an error because one constraint is conflicting with the other constraint. So basically what I'll do is delete one constraint, and then I'll constrain it as it is, whatever is convenient for me, and then I'll constrain it again as I want, and see that the parts are not clashing. So this seems to be okay. Similarly, I'll put that restraining pin on the other screw. So this is the completed universal joint. So you can see something is off over here. The key shaft has somehow become displaced. Okay, fine. Let's put a contact constraint. I think it will give an error, yes. So we need to delete one constraint. I hope you liked how to go through the process, because I find that videos having someone talking you through the process is much more easier to understand. Thank you, and thumbs up if you want more videos to be explained through this kind of narration. Write what you think in the comments below.